This is the #1 requested video, and we are finally gonna do it. You guys asked for it, how to hide lavaliers. Well, we're gonna take that one step further. We're also gonna hide the wires and the body packs for all 10 outfits. You're gonna get the best education on any channel on YouTube. I've got Ben Kiaz here. He's a location sound mixer. I've got 10 outfits. Some are easy, some are hard.
I'm ready.
Let's knock this one out. So Ben, an actor's come over to us, ready to get mic'd up. He's shown up in a suit. How are we gonna mic up this suit?
Today, we have a bow tie here.
Okay.
Which I find to be really useful. It gets your mic right by your sound source right here. We'll grab one of these Ursa Fuzzies and we'll stick our lav mic right up in there.
Okay.
And what this is gonna do is it's gonna help us fight some of the noise from the fabric. We're just gonna stick it right into his bow tie and we'll tape our wire right back here.
So what he's done is use some transport tape just to secure the wire to the back, and that's not gonna leave any residue, so we stamp that down. And really that wire is now run up into the side of that bow tie. He's using the black Ursa foamy to match the bow tie, and now you can just secure that to the actor, right?
Yep. Now I have two options as far as my cable run. I can run down the buttons of his shirt, and I can hide just behind his jacket, just about right here.
Okay.
Or, if I prefer, run this cable just along the collar, along the bow tie as well.
Okay.
And it will go down the back of his jacket and then just go to the transmitter right there in the
So
back.
you're just gonna clip this transmitter right to his pants because he's got a belt on and it's gonna take that weight just fine. What about the wire itself? How are we gonna hide that?
I'm gonna plug in right to his transmitter. And these are screw lock as well, so we wanna make sure that's nice and secured. Now I'm going to go ahead and clip this to your belt. You're gonna feel a little clip. And I like to tuck it on the inside so that it doesn't go anywhere. It's nice and secured. You don't wanna clip on the outside if you can avoid it to keep the weight from being on the outside of the belt and potentially falling off of your actor.
Okay, and here's some transport for you securing that wire.
Ah, thank you. So we're just gonna do a little bit of tidying here, but I wanna leave just enough slack so that he can move a little or bend over, whatever he has to. And there we are. Nice clean bow tie.
So men's business attire, pretty easy. Let's also do another easy one, I think, women's business attire.
Hi. Hey. Amazing. So my personal go-to for women's business attire is the bra clip. Now this helps out a lot. This is basically, you can get this clip for $1. You can actually take this piece of metal right here and bend it just enough to turn it so that your lav is pointing in the direction of your sound source. And what we're gonna do is squeeze this little guy open. That way it hugs your lav just like that.
Oh, wonderful. So you're just gonna clip that to the clasp of the bra.
Exactly. I'm gonna hand this off to you, and what I'm gonna ask you to do is go ahead and take this to somewhere private that you're comfortable with. You're gonna clasp that just onto the inside of the bra to suspend it up like this so it runs right around you and to the back, and we'll go ahead and head that transmitter right back here somewhere, okay?
Sounds good.
Here you go.
And we'll do super time lapse. So she's come back, she's all mic'd up. What are you gonna do for the transmitter pack now?
All right, what I would like to do is I'm going to hide this just on the small of your back. And you always wanna make sure that you're telling your talent what you're doing. You wanna make them feel comfortable with what you're doing with your work.
Absolutely.
There we are. Tuck the slack in, leave a little bit so they can move around. And then I like to help them kind of throw the shirt over the pack just to clean up for camera. And then there you are.
Perfect, it just disappeared, just like that. And I bet it sounds really good because it's suspended on the sternum between the pectoral muscles. There's always an air pocket in your shirt, and you're utilizing that air pocket for a great isolated signal.
Yep, and how does that feel for you? Are you comfortable?
Feel good?
Great.
Perfect, well, let's move on to the next couple of outfits I've got for you. Okay, so Ben, we've got casual attire, everyday kind of clothing.
Cool.
How do you mic this up?
What I would like to do is we have kind of a more rigid part right here between his shirts and tape right here. with some moleskin. And in this case, because it's more casual, it's a little bit looser, I think that we can get away with hiding the transmitter right here, just under the belt, so that the rigidity of the belt kind of hides that pack. It also puts it closer to where my receivers are.
Perfect, so let's take a look.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my mic and I'm gonna make what's called a moleskin sandwich.
Very popular here on this channel.
Moleskin. 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 Let me show you how to make a moleskin sandwich.
So let's go over the moleskin sandwich one more time.
I take one piece of moleskin, take the sticky side, peel it, and I want this to line up just with the top of my love. I'm gonna take the next piece just under it with the fuzzy side facing the mic. I'm gonna give it just a little bit of room like that so that we can just have a little space for that to not fight anything. Now I'm gonna go up your shirt to this point right here. We're just gonna tape this right here, okay? Going up. I wanna get right under that pattern, nice and comfortably.
So you're using the pattern of that outer shirt to hide the adhesive that is gonna kind of create some wrinkles in the pattern of the shirt.
Exactly, we want that to be as unnoticeable to camera as possible. Since we have a little bit of overlay here as well, we can use that to our advantage and throw this cable up and over his bottom shirt to feed right back down. Again, making sure that this is as concealed as possible. And now if you'll take this and just clip it just inside of your belt, I want the transmitter actually facing you inside of your pants. Just like that, so it's hidden a little bit more. And as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappeared. So you were able to mic up men's everyday casual wear. What about women's everyday casual wear?
Well, this outfit does present its own challenges as it is a lot lighter clothing. So it's gonna be more difficult to support the transmitter as well as the microphone. For this one, I think what we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and tape right to the skin, and we're just gonna go with another moleskin sandwich.
Okay, another moleskin sandwich. So we're going to the skin because the lightweight fabric will actually move more during the scene. And if it's moving during the scene, that means we can hear clothing rustle. So you're using the lighter color moleskin because the lighter color fabric?
Because of the lighter color fabric, yes, and also because if I run out of my supplies and then I have somebody with a thinner shirt and don't have moleskin to match that, then I might be in trouble.
Oh, okay. So it's also resource management. You have to think about when you're doing lavalier techniques.
Now I'm gonna have you take this, and just like we did earlier, I'm gonna have you use your bra as suspension for the wire to go to the back and drop right down, okay?
Cool.
Thank you.
So she's come back all mic'd up. Where are you gonna hide the transmitter now?
On this one, because we're going along the bra and down the back, I think it's gonna be easier just go ahead and put that on the small of your back. I'll take this from you, thank you, and if you could turn around for me. And I always make a point to set up the lav independent of the transmitter. It's just easier to plug this in later than to try to toss this down the clothing.
Absolutely.
Here we are. For camera, could you point out where the lav is on your body?
It is right here.
Okay, cool. You did a great job on this one. It's perfectly hidden. So Ben, I've got a challenge now for you.
Great.
I've got an actor wearing sweats, lazy, casual, your everyday, I don't want to get dressed, but I got to run some errands around town. How would you mic this up?
I think what's going to be best is to go ahead and tape to his skin.
Okay, so we're going moleskin to skin.
And then as far as holding our transmitter, that's actually a concern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our belts and wrap it around his waist, and we'll clip into that. Let me go ahead and get a moleskin sandwich prepped. I need to get a PA to just peel these for me. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is you'll take this just right up your shirt, take it up to about midway up your sternum, and you're just gonna tape this right onto you, okay? Cool. Here you are. Lovely. Hidden, concealed, beautiful. Now, Ursa makes these wonderful belts. It's got a Velcro on one side and a fuzzy side as well so that it can just clip on anywhere.
Okay.
The trick to these though is that most of your transmitters are gonna be just a little bit too thick with their clips on them. So every transmitter has a way for you to take this off. With these Deity mics specifically, it's 3 screws, comes right off.
Good design, someone thought of that.
Yeah, and then it fits perfectly right inside of that pocket.
Okay, cool, so you just slide in that pocket and you're gonna now position that pocket on the actor.
Exactly, and I'm gonna go right up your shirt about, I like to go about right here, just on the top, the small of the back. I'm gonna hand you this side if you hold that for me. This side has the Velcro, And that's just gonna Velcro nice and snug, please. And it's really important that we wanna get all the curls and wrinkles out of the belt so that it can hide as much as possible under the clothing. Last, we'll take the cable from your microphone. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it right into the transmitter. And the nice thing about these Ursas as well is it does have a pocket for you to hide your excess cable, but we can also use the belt itself, since it's right on the skin, and hide not only the excess cable, but the cable run as well.
Okay, that's pretty good, yeah. Very nicely done. Now let's take a look at what it looks like on an actress. So now we have an actress that is in the same kind of attire, that loose fitting, casual, everyday kind of clothing that we like to wear. How would we mic a situation like this?
Well, we have an advantage in this situation that she's wearing a bra. So we have a place that we can not only clip the mic to, but also suspend the transmitter.
Okay, cool.
Ursa makes this really cool pocket here that allows us to put the transmitter in there, and then it also has a strap right here so that we can put the bra strap through there, either vertically or if we want to hide the antenna horizontally.
Oh, very cool. That way you can be even more concealed.
Exactly.
Cool, so let's take a look at that.
So we have our sideways clip. We're just gonna open that guy back up, stick our mic right in, and then I'm gonna have you go ahead and clip this to your bra. All right, can I have you take your hoodie off for me? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the bra, we're gonna stick this right in and then clasp it right shut, okay?
Okay.
It's very important whenever you're miking up an actor or actress that you always talk about what you're about to do, so the actor or actress knows exactly what to expect, so they're not caught off guard during the miking situation.
Okay, so now we have our transmitter in place, clipped to the bra. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in her lav here.
Okay.
And then since we have all this in place, I can go ahead and just clean up her excess wiring and tuck it right underneath her bra and stay right there.
So what you're using is what wardrobe is provided in the costume for the day to actually help you hide your lavaliers.
Yep, I'm using wardrobe to my advantage. Now, if you'll take that and just to clean up that cable for me, and then we'll come back and take a look and see how it looks.
Sounds good.
Thank you. It's actually, I find it very favorable and important to talk to wardrobe. That way you know what to expect, and also if there needs to be any specific alterations, say in some cases a lav may have to actually be sewn into an article of clothing, something crazy like that, you guys can talk it out and make it work in your favor.
Oh, very cool.
A very important thing about a lot of our sound equipment actually is that we have many different colors to match skin tones, especially you saw with our moleskin, as well as our belts and even our lav mics. I have a tan cable here that would have maybe been a little bit more advantageous with something like a lighter shirt, but since we're tucking under the bra, that helps conceal the color of the cable so we can get away with it here.
Oh, very cool. Good to know. And it does look quite invisible.
Perfect, thank you.
And that's it. I mean, I think we'll cut it much earlier. So let's talk about athletic wear. Now that one's gonna be a real challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be. Athletic wear is a fun one. For this outfit, what I'm gonna suggest, especially if he's gonna be working out, a neopack is really helpful in these cases. What this does is it allows us to conceal the lav in a strap that's gonna stay in place.
Okay.
We're gonna throw this around the chest area of the actor and it's gonna Velcro on the back.
Okay, cool. So let's take a look at this.
We're gonna stick the lav right in this little pocket right here. It's got a tighter side so that we can stick it right in, and we wanna just have it exposed just a little bit. To help this as well, there's a little Joe Sticky.
If you're not familiar with Joe Sticky, it's also known as English Butyl.
Yep, it's a nice little adhesive that comes off clean, but also really helps the hold of lav mics especially. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and hand this off to my actor. If you'll lift your shirt for me real quick. I'm gonna put this right here. If you could just hold that right there for me. There we go. And turn around real quick. I'll strap that to your back. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll use this pack again. The same pocket, and I will add this to the strap here.
So you're actually gonna use the pocket into the strap?
Yep, and I'm gonna use this one vertically since I feel it's gonna hide in his back pretty well.
Okay.
And then stick that together just like that. Now that that's in place, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in his lav, and then we can use this strap to not only conceal the excess cable, but also help it kind of track along his body all the way to his back.
Okay.
And then go ahead and hide it. And how does that feel?
This is great.
Looks good.
Looks good. I mean, it just disappeared.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at miking up an actress now.
Okay.
So when an actress is going to be in athletic wear, what is some things that we need to consider about miking?
Well, we have a lot less space to conceal. Now, especially with female athletic wear, this is an important point for us to maybe talk to camera about blocking and how we're going to shoot the actress so that we can find out where we can hide it to camera. Depending on the shoot, is this going to be for film or are we doing an instructional? Sometimes the distance between the lav and the source of sound may change if you're doing crunches or other kind of movements.
Okay, yeah.
So an option that we have is to use something like this, a headset mic on your talent, so that they stay in the same fixed place and position away from the microphone the entire time. You get good, clean, even sound throughout.
Okay, so if we're doing narrative though, and there's a scene where people are in workout attire, we still use a lavalier. What technique are we going to use for that?
Moleskin sandwich.
Moleskin sandwich? Yep. Are we going to the skin or are we going to the clothing?
Because it's athletic and she may perspirate, we're going to go ahead and go to the clothing. Since it's also suspended off of her, that pocket there really helps to keep the lav away from her skin and it'll keep it right in place.
Perfect, okay. It's also sometimes to remember that some athletic wear now actually includes pockets for cell phones, and you can also use that for a transmitter. But it's very expensive, so get production to purchase it.
Okay, I'm gonna hand this off to you. If we can get this to be just below the brim of the bra, so we can get right in that suspended area, it'll be perfect. Here.
Thanks.
When it comes to athletic kind of clothing, you really have to play it by ear.
Definitely, and it takes a lot more communication and planning between the departments. On this case, we're definitely going to want to talk to camera as well as wardrobe, so we know what the clothing is. We also know what the camera angle is, so we know how we can hide these things right. Thank you. This is a perfect example. This article of clothing gives us 3 different spots, 3 different locations that we can put our transmitter,
Okay.
depending on where camera is shooting from.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and use this middle spot, and we'll just clip her right here. The clothing doesn't have all that much tension against her body. So in a case like this is when I'll whip out my medical tape.
Okay.
This stuff is actually specifically made to stick to skin, but come off softly. In this case, I'll just go ahead and coil this all up and I'll add my tape just to my loop like that. We'll go ahead and tuck it underneath the mic, but just to make sure that it doesn't fall underneath, we'll tape it to her back just like that. You see? Nice and
Perfectly hidden. Now we just have the last 2 outfits, right? So we're throwing a curveball at you. What about a polyester shirt?
A couple challenges we have with polyester is it's a little bit of louder of a fabric. We've got this really cool thing called a concealer.
Okay.
There's a nice little hard plastic guide right here with a flush surface. So your lav goes right into this little pocket here. And then using this double-sided tape like a sticky, we can put this right here and actually hide this between the leaflets of the shirt. I usually like to put it about just under the second button right here. I find this to be a nice little hot spot. And if we tuck it in just right, we can hide it under the shirt.
Okay, so let's take a look at that.
Sure. We're gonna use a little guy right here. Take a sheet of my sticky right here. Gonna get it right on your concealer. That's actually gonna help keep your lav right in place as well.
Okay.
And we wanna go ahead and conceal him here like this. Drop this right down. It's gonna feed to your bottom right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and patch him right here. And then if you'll just feed this with the clip just underneath your belt. We're just gonna clean up some cable.
Okay.
And now that's nice and hidden. And then what really helps as well in this case is to take a little more double-sided tape to tape his 2 leaflets together so they don't move.
Perfect, so I mean, you're never gonna see that on camera now.
Exactly.
It's a great job.
Thank you.
I got a bigger challenge though.
Okay.
Cocktail dress. You ready?
Oh boy, here goes.
So now is the time for the most complicated, hardest outfit I think I can challenge you with, and that is the black cocktail dress.
Oh yes, cocktail dresses are always a conversation. In this case, we're very lucky. This one has some nice spaces where we can conceal our mic, but in other cases, we need to talk to wardrobe and take a look at what it is. On many cocktail dresses, we have an interesting case where we'll have a plunging V, where we'll go very deep and very low, and we don't really have a place in the sternum where we can hide our mic. In these cases, it's okay to hide a little bit to the left or to the right, but keep it around where we can really pick up the subject well.
Okay. Now, when it comes to hiding the transmitter though, where are we doing that?
Well, this would be a case where we'd want to talk to camera about framing.
Okay.
If this is a shoot where we're not gonna be shooting below the waist, and that's gonna be out of frame, we can use a strap to conceal either on the thigh, or if our cable's long enough, we can hide it down at the ankle.
So how do we mic up this particular cocktail dress?
Okay, well, in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and go with our bra clip again. I'll give this to you. And just go ahead and clip that right there again. On this one, if you'll do me a favor and actually run this right behind your armhole right here, and then we'll go ahead and place the transmitter when we get back.
Cool.
Thank you. And in this case, I think that it's favorable for us to go ahead and clip to the bra.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you turn around real quick, and we're just gonna feed through this last loop right here. And because this is a dress, it's really easy to conceal the excess wire as well.
Okay.
Go ahead and take our mic and plug in. And I wanna choose a spot that's gonna help me hide the antenna. So I'm gonna go just a little bit to her left. And then we do a little bit of cleanup here. I'm gonna tuck it right behind the transmitter. And there we are.
Perfect. Looks really good. Perfectly hidden. And I think we're ready to shoot a scene. And there you guys have it. There are 10 different outfits that you guys now know everything there is about miking those up, from hiding the lavalier to hiding the cable and even the body pack transmitter. You guys now are set. I want to thank Mike and Emily and Ben for joining us today. Because it's a very special episode, the #1 requested episode of all time, I'm going to give away the wireless kit. Comment below and tell us what you think we should make our next YouTube videos about. I'm Andrew from Deity Microphones. Thank you for watching.